one that I remember is that growing up, one of the first shows that I remember quite clearly, it was when I was a teenager and I went to see Patti Smith in Bologna, which is a town like an hour away from here. Well, the thing is that my brother, which is what well, it was, but it was 1961. He was born in 57, and he used to buy a lot of records. And when he bought the records, were all when he started buying, they were like if you want, like before heavy metal. So like yeah, they were hard rock. So like we had all the Deep Purple and again I don't know, Free Cream. Early even, and that he started even like with AC/DC, White Snakes, all that kind of band. And so that's what I grew up with. I used to listen to his record. I never bought a record until I think I was about maybe 18, 20 years old, because I just used to listen to his record. So that's the music that we grew up with. Then life. Mostly here in the village where we live, where I still live now, there was a boy that used to get a lot of records sent to him, like by post. They used to buy them in Milan or Rome, and they used to send them to him. And then we used to make copies of them, like tapes, cassettes. Or otherwise, my brother used to get on the train and go to Milan. I mean, even in the town here where we are, Reggio, which is about 20 minutes away, half an hour from where we are, there were a couple of record shops, but they weren't like specialized record shop, if you want. They would like treat everything like mainly Italian music, but then they'd have something as well import, like from other countries as well. So that's where we used to get them. Definitely not in the village where we are. There wasn't a record shop. Some of the first albums that I bought were like Queen, The Police, and then metal was like all the Saxon albums, Saxon, Iron Maiden, that kind of stuff. That's probably I don't know which ones were which, but before or after. But I think that some of the first records that I bought, they were definitely from these bands. But probably the most wild was the one when we played at the Olympic Arena in Los Angeles. That was I'm sure it was the biggest one. First of all, it was probably for us one of the biggest, like in terms of people there, because like at the time they said, oh, there were like 4,000 or 5,000 people, something like that. So, wow. And they did go up. In fact, if you see some of the video at the time, like we could hardly play. We were like hiding behind the amps. There was more people on stage than down, and all slamming and dancing and jumping up and down. So, I mean, if you can imagine from us coming from our village and being used to play here in Italy, where at the time that was 84, I think it was the first year that we've been there. And coming from where we come from here and playing in front of like maybe 50, 100 people, and then all of a sudden playing in this big wrestling arena with all these people was already nuts being there. The one thing that I remember is that, in fact, even somebody after reminded me, because I thought that the show never happened, and in fact, I'm quite sure it didn't. I mean, that we never played the show.
Oh,
I can't remember why, what happened. I think that we played the show before, like the same night. We had two shows. We played another one, and then we had to go and play on this one. But I'm quite sure that the show never happened. We never played Slayer, and not. I mean, we played with Slayer again later on in live, if you want. But we never played that night. The show didn't happen. I'm sure that I read it on the internet as well. I can't remember why, what happened, but we didn't play. I mean, not just us. I mean, the show didn't happen.
oh wow.